Good afternoon, this is Rich Nelson with Allendale. Let's cover wrapped-up commodity comments. Today is Wednesday. This is December 22nd of 2010. A lot of action here in the both grains as well as livestock today. Markets moving higher overall. One kind of broader theme here today was reports that China would probably buy more commodity products at into 2011 here. As far as some ideas there, anywhere from meat, sugar, cotton, even grains were discussed in some of the articles we heard about today. And all these comments come after some Chinese ministers mentioned something during some interior meetings here. And that story was carried throughout the news wires here. So overall, looks like the trade is starting to bump up their expectations as far as what China will buy for 2011. That's some of the discussion here. Corn up 6 3/4 cents here today. Two neat little facts in just the last 3 days. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, that's up 12.5 cents. Pretty good run for what's normally a very quiet week of trading here. Second point, this is now another day of closing above $6. In fact, I've got a third point I got to point out. This is the highest close for corn on the continuous charts of this entire uptrend. The highest close for corn of this entire uptrend on the continuous charts. Neat little fact here. Soybeans up 2.5 cents, so another day above $13 psychological point. Neat little fact about today's close on beans. This is the second highest close of this entire uptrend when you're looking at the continuous charts. We only have 2 more cents to go. 13.30 1/4 was that previous higher close a couple months ago. So these are some very big things we're doing here on the grains here today. Wheat up 18.5 cents here, certainly strong close there. Some overriding themes here today. We did see that China bought U.S. soybeans, and an unknown buyer purchased some corn. On the China soybean story, so bottom line, we've heard for a few weeks here now that China's crush margins are dropping, and they're trying to delay shipments. And guess what? They're actually buying more beans here. So this kind of runs in the face of those type of negative discussions. Argentine weather, we do have a rain lined up here for Friday for Argentina. Aside from that, looks like the weekend and also next week will be dry. So on the Argentina weather story, right now let's get still on the bullish side of the column. Last thing, the Argentine strike that's going on at some oilseed crushing plants, and now is up to 6 plants here total. They were talking about getting this thing wrapped up here today. Maybe it will be extended for a little bit longer from now. So as far as those goes, a few key positive factors. Over in the livestock, these guys, especially with this very low trade, certainly took that China story I mentioned earlier, really took it to heart. And actually the Chinese ministers did actually mention cotton and meat specifically in that in their comments here. As to why we had these type of gains here today, that didn't really back that type of story up. In fact, February hogs up $2.90 after touching limit here today. Why the heck would they do that on this type of news? We all know China does buy our pork. That's certainly true, and they buy about 8 to 9% in this past year. But is this really this type of news going to move with this market this much? And the answer is no. We're probably on a very light trading day. As we noted in the morning comments, you're probably looking at volume. If it weren't for the overall move here today, volume is probably going to be around 10,000 contracts. Very light for hogs, roughly half normal. I got 2 things to point out here on the pork side. Number one, hogs and pigs estimates are out. The liquidation in the industry, which has been going on for like 2.5 or 3 years by now, liquidation is ending. It is slowing. September hogs and pigs report, that was 97.4% of last year. So in other words, down 2.6. For this December report, the average guess says we're only going to be down 0.6% versus last year, 99.4. So bottom line, we did a lot of numbers on hogs here for maybe a few more months, but in the big picture, by summer, they're saying that we will see some numbers maybe start to build very, very slowly. Second point we have here, today, this afternoon, we had a cold storage report. Kind of a big deal, these last couple of reports, because USDA's thrown some screwballs at us, really. Bottom line here is we've got USDA said that all pork stocks at the end of November, 469 million pounds. 469. There were 3 estimates out there, one including ours. One said 483, one said 480, and one said 468. I'm happy to report we were the 468 group on this report. So bottom line, USDA said, you know what, stocks actually They didn't grow, which was positive. But on the main point, they actually didn't drop off as much as they usually do here. They only dropped about 12 million pounds. Usually they're dropping about 17 or so. So, bottom line for this cold storage report, it was kind of a little negative. Keep in mind the news wires will try and spin it as being a little positive, because once you look at the 477 average among the three firms, it would appear to come a little less than that here. Cattle-wise, up $1.75 here on the Feb contract. This is the highest close for cattle of this entire uptrend. Our little upside targets, April at 110, that was hit here today. In fact, blown through here as well. So even our most bullish, extremely bullish expectations, they've already been met. And we're not even into spring here. This is one thing why we're watching this market closely and just being amazed by it. Cash cattle last week traded $99. In reaction to today's news on the futures, we saw a trade likely develop 102. Then saw some 103s posted. Ending trades in Texas actually 104. Amazing here. So we're basically retesting the highest cash cattle trade that was put in just a few weeks ago. So very exciting news overall. We got the cattle in a strong uptrend. We've got the hogs trying to get out of this ugly fall-winter trade, which always happens at this time of year. And grains are all going gangbusters right now. Very exciting time for commodities. Very exciting time to be involved with agriculture as well. And we certainly invite you to take a look at our conference we have lined up here for January 3rd week there. A lot of exciting things which are going to hopefully blow the doors off of anything you expect to see from anybody else. We certainly will try and do our best job in watching these markets for you, giving you the best information, and also giving you the best advice on what to do with this information, hopefully in the industry here. Take a look at this conference. It'll be well worth your time. 1-800-262-7538 or our website, allendale-inc.com. This is Rich Nelson. Have a great trading day, a great trading week, only lasting through tomorrow, and certainly good, happy, healthy, and safe holidays for this coming weekend.